I'm putting up this double bubble insulation. I've made it halfway decent, but there's some use for these furring strips. You stick them in the corners so you can staple all the way down instead of having to try to use double-sided tape. Keeps it pretty nice and clean looking. I've been using double-sided tape. There's like all these posts to kind of keep it good, and then I've got a piece of conduit run through there that I tried to figure out the best way to do and realized I just go over it. You can't really tell, especially on camera right here, you really can't tell. But something I wanted to mention, it's a lot easier just to staple, and as I go up, I don't have a super tall ladder, so as I go up, using double-sided tape is going to be a lot more frustrating as we go on here. So what I've been doing is gluing these furring strips. You can get them at Lowe's or whatever, they're not super expensive. I've been gluing those onto it there with some Loctite glue and clamping it. Or, I'll take a wood to metal screw and screw it in. Just takes a while. This is the thicker steel tubing that I have in this building. I think it's 16 gauge, as opposed to the standard, or maybe it's 14 gauge as opposed to 16 gauge. I can't remember. Anyway, your results may vary depending on your tool sets, but my drill takes a long time to drill through it, and the screws just take forever to screw through it. So it's been a pretty frustrating process to try to mount it. And then I had an epiphany that I feel really stupid about for not realizing until this late in the friggin' game. But my limiting factor so far has been these clamps. I glue it, I'll stick a clamp over it, hold it in place while the glue dries. Well, that glue takes a while to cure, so then I can only do so much, and then I end up wasting half a tube of Loctite because, I'm out of clamps. There's a really easy, cheap solution to this problem that I just realized. The Humble zip tie. I don't know why it took me so long to recognize that. But one of the problems with these furring strips, and you can't really tell because this is zip tied down, they get wonky. Let's see if I can find one here. You might can kind of tell. They bend like crazy. See all that flex in them? So when you try to put them up against something flat, they just bow right out. You can kind of see that one doing it. I just filled it in with glue behind it. That's why you need the clamps, right? Well, or for, a penny a piece, instead of buying all those clamps and waiting on them to get here, or go buy them, $4 for a pack of 4, or, even that probably is cheaper than they really were. Just zip tie it. Zip tie it. I put glue behind it and then zip tied it all the way up. Now, I guess you could really just zip tie it, period, if you wanted to. And I don't know why I didn't realize that. I was running 2 pieces of double-sided tape, like to hold these edges on or hold it here. And that actually does work pretty well. That double-sided tape is actually a lot more resilient than you would think. But nothing's going to beat just stapling it. And, don't know why it took me so long to realize just use zip ties. That would have made this a lot easier. I know that for sure, because this took a lot of drilling. Luckily, I'm already done with the corners, so I don't have to worry so much about it now. But yeah, so there's my tip for the day here. Hopefully, maybe that'll help out. Yeah. Otherwise, this stuff goes pretty quick. I wish I had done it before I put up the conduit, but I didn't. So you gotta kind of tape around the corners and whatnot, stuff like that. But not that bad overall, and it'll look a lot better than just that, that metal stuff that collects dust. This stuff's actually, it does a pretty good job insulating sound, and it's got, there's the Reflectix stuff. It's got foil on the back of it, so it'll reflect the heat back out. So pretty excited about it, but it's been frustrating to put up so far, just having to go through the prep step of double-sided tape and then, rolling it on top and then peeling the double-sided tape off and all that other stuff. Plus, double-sided tape's kind of expensive. And yeah, so that's my tip. Maybe that was really obvious. Hopefully somebody else out there is like me, didn't put two and two together at first to make four, and maybe this helps somebody. So anyway, might do some videos on the roof. Is going to be really difficult to do, I think, but I think my new zip tie method will help out with that a lot too. So anyway, hopefully that helps somebody out. Yeah, good luck if you go for this. I definitely think it's going to help. I have measured, the temperature of the back end of the foil versus the unexposed paneling, and it is about 20 degrees difference. This building will trend about 20 degrees hotter than ambient, during the day. So here's hoping that if I can just get it to be ambient, then these fans, I think, will do the rest for me. But 20 degrees above ambient, kind of nice in the winter, but when it's 99 outside, not so much. So I'll post an update once this is done in 6 months when I get the time to finish it up. But figured I'd toss this out real quick in case it helps somebody. So anyway, good luck, and leave a comment if you got any other tips.